Keenan Shanholtz here, West Virginia Land and Home Realty on track number 8 in what's known as Bear Paw subdivision. And this is 27 acres and it is buried back in the deep woods. If you want to go where nobody's going to find you, this is where you go. And this property has this big hollow that runs all the way through it with this nice stream on it. And it's been pretty dry here. And it's September 30th. And I'm down here in this hollow, the creek's flowing. And where I'm standing at right here, this is one heck of a big waterfall feature right here. Now you gotta imagine this, you know, what this is gonna look like in the winter and spring when the water's cascading down off these rocks right here. It's really nice. And there's actually minnows swimming around right in here in this little, in the little pool right here. But, yeah, I mean, all this, I mean, this is going to be a waterfall in here, which would be really cool. Try not to slip and fall here. But just check that out. I mean, this place really, mileage-wise, isn't that far from Winchester. It's a beautiful drive to get back in here. You come back a state road that's called Croston Road, and you're driving along North River the whole way. And, you know, when you get back in the development back here, and there's no HOA dues, you can tell that because the road's in pretty rough shape. So you don't pay any fees, but the access road isn't the best. I mean, you need a four-wheel drive. I mean, you can get back in here with a car. There's some pretty big holes in the road, but it's not that bad. But, you know, the property, this hollow runs all the way down through the property. And then basically you have the ridge all the way through there like that. And the electric, this property's really long. You know, it goes with the ridge for a long ways. And the road, just follow the electric poles. That's how you follow the property line on that upper side. And there's, you know, there's a road up there inside the woods on this property. And I'm going to explore it more. You're getting to see it with me for the first time. But so far, so good if you want to be back in the middle of nowhere. Keenan Shanholtz here again, West Virginia Land and Home Realty on track number 8 in Bear Paw. And I just wanted to point something out here if you're coming back here to look at this or whatever. So I'm right here, and it's a little tricky. Like, so you're coming in like this, and there's electricity that runs all the way around this whole one side of the property. So anywhere that you would want to build a home, a cabin, put a camper or whatever, the electric's going to be super easy to pull and get there. Now, what's a little tricky is when you're coming back in here, you're coming back the main drag. And so you're coming in this way, and you think the road keeps going this way, but that's actually another property there. The road, as I back up here, the subdivision road actually goes like this and follows the electric poles. So when I was down there and took that first video where that waterfall is, that's right down this road. When you get to the bottom, you'll get to the hollow down there, you know, and the property's to the right of that. So, and then also, right here, as soon as you kind of make this bend here, there's a nice big, like, old logging road that comes back and kind of runs parallel with the logging, or with the subdivision road. As you can see, you got a big wide road that runs out through there for a ways yet, you know. Great ATV riding back in here. And I got really good cell service back in here, believe it or not. I mean, this is what I would call like a really good bug out spot if you're looking for a place to go if the world's coming to an end. But there is electricity and there's great cell phone service. So my Onyx app on my phone works good back here. And another thing I want to point out, so you see this the property here, and this property here is 163 acres of land that's in a conservation easement, so it cannot be developed. So pretty much what you see back here is what you get. It's not going to change very much. But I'll keep taking videos as I go. I'll go back towards what I'll call the front end of the property, the way you come in. Keenan Shanholtz here again, West Virginia Land and Home Realty on tract 8 in Bear Paw. And right now, I'm about right here. And as you can see, there's like a little path that comes down in here from, my truck's just parked out there maybe 70 yards or so. And you come back in here, and that's where you kind of separate the pines from the hardwoods. And then it drops down into the hollow here in front of me where the creek is. But as you look at, this is kind of like the break here that you can see between the pines and the hardwoods. Then there's a bigger ridge that filters off, so the wider, more usable part of the property is in this direction. But there's also an ATV path that runs right out through here like this. I mean, I could see it runs for a long ways out through there. So once again, you know, a great property, you know, for ATVs and stuff. And plus, you can ride the ATVs on the state road, Croston Road, coming back in here for miles along North River. So great ATV property. Like I said, if you just want to be back out in the middle of nowhere, pitch a tent, bring your camper back here. A great place to hunt. There's any kind of critter you could imagine back here. And I also found a little treasure that I think I'm going to take with me. I'm no mushroom expert. I know my morels, but I think this is what they call a chicken of the woods. I think this thing's good to eat. If you hear me make another video, I guess that'll tell you it didn't kill me. But this is a good property. And once again here, you can see my truck out there and how the path comes down here. When you get out to the intersection of 29 and 127, you're only 20 minutes to Winchester. Now, by the time you drive all the way back in here, you're probably about 35 minutes. So we're really close to the Virginia line here. I'd say 35 minutes kind of northwest of Winchester, Virginia. Easy 2-hour drive from DC. Anywhere in Northern Virginia, you're going to be here in a couple hours. But if you're looking for a piece of wilderness, come get it.